You think a crevasse is just a crack in the snow. Cute theory. Reality hits when that crack becomes a throat, and it starts swallowing. I'm already 35 meters down a sapphire blue vein on Mount Rainier's Upper Emmons Glacier. Single static rope biting into my harness, headlamp carving tunnels through the dark. The guy I'm after, Mark, fell through a snow bridge 90 minutes ago. No radio response since. Walls glow like frozen lightning. They're wet. They're moving. Everyone upstairs thinks this is a standard retrieve. They're wrong. The glacier isn't waiting politely. It's actively choosing sides. And right now, it's leaning toward keeping us both. Stay with me. The part that breaks most rescuers comes soon. First inhale burns. Minus 22 Celsius. Lungs feel shrink-wrapped. Rope groans like an old door. I glance up. The surface slot is a pale coin now. Looks photoshopped. Unreal. Below, pure midnight blue bleeding into nothing. Mark's 32. Guide certification. Thought he could read the glacier like a book. Everyone reads the same book until the page rips. Snowbridge gave way without warning. Gravity doesn't negotiate. I'm rigged to pull him out, or recover what's left. But listen, the strangest detail nobody admits in training videos. The ice is already talking. Not loud cracks, deep intestinal rumbles, like the whole mountain is digesting lunch. Keep dropping. Each meter adds weight. Not just body weight, mental tonnage. Ears pop from pressure. Temp plunges again. Feels like minus 30 now. Headlamp sweeps. There, red jacket, 25 meters down. Twisted like a rag. One leg at wrong angle, compound fracture. Blood frozen black on the ice. No twitch. I shout his name. Sound dies instantly. Swallowed. Muffled return, like yelling into wet cotton. Here's where the illusion shatters. You assume no movement means dead. Wrong. No movement means the glacier is holding its breath, listening for your next stupid step.
I'm gonna get this harness on you.
Reach him. Knees hit ice. Pulse thready under glove. Hypothermia's got claws in deep. Skin waxy. Lips blue-violet. I start the litter rig. 2 ascenders, prusik knots, haul plate. All the gear that's supposed to cheat death. Except the glacier never signed the contract. It moves. Constantly. 1 to 3 centimeters per hour on this slope. Sounds trivial. Feels trivial. Until you're sandwiched inside its jaws. I clip Mark's harness, test tension. Then the first real warning hits. Subsonic vibration. Not my doing. The walls pulse. Once, like a heartbeat. But hold on. The ugly truth is still loading. Everyone believes crevasses are dead ice holes. Static, predictable. They're not. They're wounds on something massive and alive. And wounds close. Millimeter by millimeter. I hear it first. Low-frequency moan. Like a tanker hull buckling under pressure. Blue walls shimmer. Creep inward half an inch. My rope now scrapes fresh virgin ice. Fresh ice is razor-edged. One uncontrolled swing and the sheath splits. Mark stirs. Eyes crack open. Voice a rasp. It's getting tighter. Understatement of the century. I force a grin. Short, sharp. Because laughing is the only thing keeping panic at arm's length. 42 meters to daylight. Vertical. Ice deciding to slim down to coffin width. I initiate haul. Shoulders ignite immediately. Mark's 185 pounds feel like 400 soaked in lead. Every crank of the ascender. Walls reply. Another groan. Deeper. Closer. Micro hook. If the next shift hits before we clear. There is no next shift. Just permanent residence. 28 meters up. Rope under max load sings a high metallic note. Ascender tooth slips. One click. Heart slams into pallet. I jam it back. Barely. Mark mutters wife's name. Kids' ages. I stay silent. Words burn oxygen we don't have. Air thinning fast.
oxygen molecules fleeing like rats, because the crevasse is constricting. Not dramatically, just enough to turn confidence into doubt.
What happened out there?
You think you're tough? Wait till the walls start hugging. Most quit after one taste.
It shouldn't be moving.
Harness returned. No goodbye, just gone. Here's the forbidden truth I dangled earlier.
Can't.
The one that empties locker rooms after bad calls. Ready? The Glacier doesn't murder with brute force. It murders with patience. It dangles hope like bait. Lets you smell fresh air. Hear voices topside. Then, casually, it shifts again.
Don't breathe.
1 calculated centimeter. Your textbook hall becomes a self-tightening garrote.
That's why veterans go quiet when rookies ask, what's the worst part? Not the fall, not the cold, the slow betrayal of something you trusted to hold still. 18 meters left. Sweat beads freeze into ice pellets on lashes. Mark silent again. Dangerous silence. Pulse dropping. I haul faster. Walls now so close, headlamp reflects white impact lines where they've already touched. Another bass note. This one vibrates ribs. I stop breathing for 3 seconds. Ice powder sifts down, coats gloves, slick, lethal. One fumble now, we become permanent blue decor, roommates in eternity. Picture it. You're close enough to taste pine resin on the wind, hear distant snowmobiles. You allow yourself one thought. We're out. Glacier chuckles, low, mocking. Rumble builds. Walls advance another fraction. Rope pinches hard. Ascender seizes solid. No give. Jammed under live pressure. I dangle. 2.5 meters from the lip. Mark swinging below like tragic pendulum. Ice keeps grinding. Patient. Inevitable. Twist nobody preps you for. I slice the backup Prusik. Insane? Yes. Only option? Also yes. Slack cascades. I explode upward, hand over hand. No mechanical advantage now, just raw primate panic. Gloves tear. Knuckles bleed warm into frozen fabric. Pain registers later. Survival doesn't wait. Mark impacts wall. Ice protests with sharp crack. Echo bounces like gunshot. Not promising. 12 meters. Surface team boots appear overhead, shouting. Ropes snake down. I snatch one.
Clip Mark first. Priority protocol. He vanishes upward, barely alive. They haul. I wait my turn, suspended.
And that's when the Glacier delivers the punchline. Walls pinch 1 more inch. Rope shrieks against edge. Harness bites deep into floating ribs. Exhale half finished.
Maybe.
Classic mountain humor. Save the client. Mountain keeps the tip for itself. Final yank. Wrists clamped by 4 hands. Dragged onto snow. Collapse. Sun spears eyes. Air tastes like burnt metal. Marks on a backboard getting O2. I stare at the slot. Still open. Still glowing. Still patient. It lost this round, but Glaciers play long games. We're mayflies. Debrief tent. Coffee bitter as regret. Supervisor asks the ritual question. You going back down tomorrow? I meet his eyes. Thin smile. Check with me after I sleep. Reality? Most don't return for round 3. Not cowardice. Clarity. The mountain never lied. It never promised fair play. We're the ones who invented the fairy tale called control. Flashback hits later. Night 1. Replay the groans, the slow squeeze, the moment hope turned weapon. Veterans don't talk about fear of death. They talk about fear of almost making it. That last taste of freedom, then denied. That's the scar that doesn't show on skin. Social media tomorrow. Some influencer will post a filtered summit selfie. Caption, "Conquered Rainier!" Glossy. Safe. I'll scroll past, because under that perfect blue filter is the real color. The one that hums low when you're alone. The one that waits.
Have to work for its meal.
Another call might come. Another bridge collapse. Another name on the list. I'll gear up again, because someone has to. But every time the rope goes over the edge, I hear it, that patient bass note, reminding me the glacier doesn't need to rush. It's got forever. We've got minutes. People ask why we do it. Glory? Adrenaline? Duty?
We need to understand.
Nah,
Was it for glory?
it's simpler
Was it your duty?
and uglier. We go down because if we don't, the mountain wins unchallenged. It claims another soul without a fight. At least when we're there, it has to work for the meal. So if you ever stand at a glacier edge, hear that low thrum under your boots, feel the ice shift just a hair. Don't romanticize it. Don't post it. Just know you're hearing something ancient, hungry, honest, and it's already decided how patient it's willing to be with you. Mark survived, barely, lost the leg below the knee, walks with a limp now, calls sometimes, silent mostly. We don't talk about the sound. We don't need to. We both still hear it, every quiet night. Low, waiting. Next time someone says, the mountains are calling, ask them if they've ever heard what
The mountains are calling.
answers.
Right.
Sweet dreams.